Hi, it's Barb coming to you from my craft studio. I thought I would do a little video on how I store my different tools, which was this week's class. I keep my punches in these iris cases. It's not the perfect way, but I'm making it do. For lack of what I really want for my punches, I can't afford. So this keeps them out of the way. I'd like to get them into the units that I'm trying to put it away. And then I store those cases right here in my closet. That's why I'd like to get a different storage, because this way I find I don't use them as much because these carts get parked in front of here, so they're kind of out of sight. To me, out of sight is out of mind. I put my We Are Memory Keepers punch boards on the Cavissel letter trays like I do my washi. This one also has the pom-pom makers there. Right now I planner punch boards up here just because I like to keep the Happy Planner punches inside of it, and it won't fit when those are inside of it. But it does have a place on the shelf to put it if I want to. And there's my Martha Stewart fringe cutter is also there presently just because it fit. My clear stamps I store in this little fabric bin. I just put them in a 6x9 Ziploc bag. I cut a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock in half and slit behind it so you can see what it is. And then I catalog them as well by the theme of the stamps. Some of the stamps go into more than one theme, but I've gotten quite a bit of supply of stamps. I tend to only buy them now when I find the really cheap ones, and I know I still want more of the Julie Nutting ones, so those are kind of still on my wish list. And the little gorgeous girls, I don't have any of those, and those are on my list. I put my woodblock stamps in these Totally Tiffany Stampin', I think they're called Stampin' Store. This is the double-sided stamp bag. And I actually decided to put mine based upon theme. It's not how Tiffany recommends, but her main reason is because if you add, like if you have them in a drawer and you add to your Halloween stamps and you don't have any more room to grow, you've got to totally rearrange. My thought is I've got a lot of space left in that Halloween one, but if I ever outgrow it, I'll just buy another one of those and start a new bag with Halloween and number each tray, because there's 2 trays in there, so I'll number each tray in the bag, and then I'll know where to find my Halloween bags. That way, if I'm working on Christmas or Halloween, I can just grab the bag. So I keep those bags here, and usually the fabric bin is right down there in that one where it's empty underneath that shelf. That's usually where I keep my clear stamps. Not the best location, but I know where they're at, and that works. I seem to do better on my stamps than I do my punches. Embossing folders I have here. These 2 units have my A2 embossing folders in them. And this one here has my 5x7. This one has my long borders. This here just has they're really little. They're only like 2x3. I keep them in there. My long Cuttlebug plates are here. I don't have a lot of dies. The thin metal ones I have are in this unit. I mean, this is it. This is my dies. This is my die collection. I do have some of the sweet stamp ones that I keep on my planner cart, but that probably doubled my collection. And then I have some down here of the old style Cuttlebug ones, which they're big and clunky. So, and I have my These ones are the, what do they call them? Quilling dies. And then I have a few back here, but that's where I keep my dies. Like I said, I don't have a lot of them. So, I hang my scissors and stencils on the wall, the slat wall. Machines aren't really covered, but I just put my machines here. It's got my scan and cut, my expressions in the middle one. It's hardest to get out of the middle one, and I don't use the expression that often, so I put it there, and then the explorer's on top. And the Cuttlebug to the side. I hang mats on the slat wall behind there. This little unit has my Cricut cartridges in it. So if I use the expression, they're handy. There's some Fisker's templates in this drawer. Stencils I just usually put in the scrap rack, which I kind of showed that in my embellishment video, I believe it was. Up here I put my Stampin' Up! Stamp sets. I store my sets together, and I just number the Stampin' Up! Sets. I put an SU in front of it and then number them 1 through whatever. And then these are just a few other sets that I have that aren't Stampin' Up! They're just, it varies who they're by. I think some of them are even from the Bullseye Playground. I think I put my autumn Thanksgiving themed ones in one container and figured I would use them together, so I kept them together as a set. Trying to think if there's any other tools that I have. Some of them she doesn't cover specifically, but I tried to use, like up here, my punch board. Some of them have accessories, so I used an iris case, and I tried to store my iris cases vertically because I don't like them stacked on top of each other, because the one I wanted, I swear, was always on the bottom. So I have that. I've got flower punch board accessories, pinwheel punch board accessories, and the fuse accessories there. These boxes have my Cricut handbooks in. Those actually are hubby's boxes. I need to get some more of my own if I decide that that's definitely how I want to store them, and return those to him. He wasn't currently using them, but he has a plan in mind for them. These 2 units I use as my cataloging station, which comes in handy during tool week. It's for, cataloging your stamps, dies, and that type of thing. My extra scrap rack pages and just regular sheet protectors are there. These are extra spinders. That's just some miscellaneous, like laminating sheets and paper that I had. And then up here, the top drawer is stuff that I need to catalog. The middle is where I keep my little bags, and I keep an ink pad in there and a stamp that I use to catalog the colors of inks, and this just has different labels in it. I'm still hoping that Hobby Lobby marks these down so I can pick up one more. This one stores my Xyron refills in it. I want to have a drawer for laminate, one for magnet, and one for regular adhesive, and one for repositional. Right now it's all in these ones. But I want to get a 4-drawer one and move my card bases to that and use these 2 for Xyron refills. I'm hoping that I catch the clearance at Hobby Lobby at my store on the Xyron, because I can tell you, if they have the refills clearance, like I've seen a few people sharing, I am stocking up one way or another. I just keep my labels for my P-Touch here, because they're different colors, so that way I can easily grab a color and take care of it. I think that is it for tools. This little cart I keep my adhesive refills on. My large Xyrons in the bottom. I have a 5-inch one. I'd really like to get the Creative Station, which I see Hobby Lobby is also clearancing, that does the 5 and 9-inch in one unit. And the 5-inch one, honestly, I think I would just pitch. I bought that at a used craft sale. It was hard to find the refills, and it really it doesn't work real well. I think that's why the person got rid of it, is because they were having issues using it. The knob doesn't want to turn to advance the adhesive through, and I won't pass that problem on to somebody else. Normally I would just kind of donate that to Goodwill or something if it was working, but since it's not working properly, it's going to be recycled or trashed, whichever the case may be. And I keep my little refills there, and the top drawer just has different adhesives in it. This cart is going to be back on HSN. It's the Totally Tiffany cart. It is small, but I like that the trays actually pull out. You can actually just take that whole tray and put it up on your desktop and use it, which is kind of nice. It's easier to get my machines out of that one because I can pull the drawer out. They don't work so well sometimes in some of the other carts that you can't do that with. But I think when it's on HSN, it'll have the apron. Mine doesn't have the apron. And mine's also the older style, so the Stamp and Die organizer will not fit in it. The new one, the Stamp and Die organizer, will fit in. If I could swing it at all at HSN Craft Day, I would buy another one with the apron and put my dies and embossing folders and Cuttlebug all on that. This is the Stamp and Die organizer that I was referring to. This one will fit in the new companion cart, but mine's the original, and it won't fit in there. The tray is just slightly smaller than the new one. But I keep my sweet stamps, the stamps and dies here, along with my planner stickers. This is my planner cart, so anything planner that I use a lot in my planner, I leave on there, so I can just wheel the cart either into the room next door or over to my desk and work on my planner. So that's a look at my tools and how I store them. Next week, or starting today, the class is today, is color. It's on cataloging and storing your coloring agents. I don't think, cataloging to do there unless I buy something new, if I find something at Hobby Lobby. But I'll probably just kind of take a look over them this week and make sure they're right. I'm still trying to get my paper 100% done. I'm almost done with my paper. I did manage to go through and label the basil colors, and I still need a few more poster boards to cut up as subdividers. Did get my 12 by 24 paper done, though, because it's back here. I wish it would fit in the same unit, but it will not. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.